Hey guys, welcome to the vlog. It is Saturday, it's about 20 after 2. Carol and I just finished eating. Carol made some grilled cheese and some chicken noodle soup, which was perfect because I'm going to get on my bike today. I've got my shoes all ready to go. I got my gear out, ready to go. It's in the bedroom right now. So what I want to do is I want to do at least a half an hour to an hour today. I'm going to try and push it as hard as I can. But without hurting myself for the first ride, indoor ride. As you can see, we're getting the snowstorm. And it's supposed to last till tomorrow, you said? Yep. So I'm going to ride today, I'm going to ride tomorrow, build up some hunger, and then I'll be doing this 5-pack 2-time spicy noodle challenge. And because I found it, I'm not sure if it was the quantity of food to eat the 3 of these ones, or was it the spice, or was it the heat. I'm going to change up one thing when I do this challenge, is I'm going to make it first, videotape me making it all, and then set it all out here and let it cool down, because the spiciness plus the heat really affected me on the last one. And like those last couple spoonfuls, there's a couple times where I just paused because my body was like going, just wanted to expel this food. And I don't think it was the quantity. I could be wrong. It could have been the quantity, but it also could have been the amount of spiciness and the also stove heat that I just kept going, right? I watched Divine Munchies again just to watch your video from beginning to end, and she literally ate the 5 packs in under 16 minutes. And it wasn't like she was just like one like Furious Pete. She was just going, and very impressive. I'm not sure. I don't know a whole lot about her, except that she's got some really good videos and doing really well on YouTube. But she's my inspiration on this one, so I'm going to give her a big shout out. Yeah, Divine Munchies. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, I'm not really looking forward to it, but I've got a couple plans. She didn't drink any water, didn't drink any milk until she finally got to the end, but she was wiping her nose a lot because of the spice. So I'm going to be prepared for that this time with some paper towel. Another thing too, some people, I guess, misunderstood the whole drone situation, or they weren't listening, or I said it too fast, so I apologize. So this was my original drone that I bought 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and I bought that and had a lot of fun with it for almost a year. And then in June of last year, I bought the new drone, which I just lost in Bracebridge a couple weeks ago. So I've been talking with Danny, who's a drone guy in Toronto, and he got me a new one. So this is the new drone. Still haven't flown it. All day yesterday it snowed. All day today it snowed. This is never going to go out in the snow or rain. So it's all ready to go. Again, this is the old controller for the 4. So this is the Phantom 4. This is the Phantom 4 Pro, and the Plus is the controller screen. So it has like an Android. Oh, let me just move that out of the way. I'm pretty sure it's an Android little tablet phone that's permanently attached to it. That's the main reason I bought this last year, was because I hated using my phone on here. People would call or text, and I'm sure there's some setting in there you can shut those things off while you're flying it. I just never got around to doing it. So there's a couple things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. This drone, again, flies okay, but just a second. There was something on the lens. I apologize. Hope I didn't wreck that whole scene. Again, the problem with this is the gimbal does little spazzes all the time, and so it's not reliable. So that's why I needed to get the next drone. I didn't want to get the Mavic Air. I don't know a whole lot about it. Plus, I have this really nice controller, and didn't want to just go and buy a different drone, and then I have all this equipment, and I'm not using it. So this was the best that I wanted to do. I just got the backpack around Christmas time for the drone. It all fits in there nice and snug, and I'll be bringing that hopefully to Palm Springs, LA, and Hawaii, and we'll see how it goes. So let's go to the garage, get my bike, get the I'm gonna have to get the pump because the wheels are probably down, and the rollers. Let's go. little bike. Mr. Bicycle. Well, time to make a few trips. Get the bike to dig out the rollers. I'm just going to let everything sit here and get to room temperature. And these are my rollers. I'm going to kind of open it up a certain way. So the rubber band is in the track. Give it some tension. Some tension. Just like that. And that. No safety features. If you fall off, you fall off. So I'm going to be comparing also for you guys the Garmin 510 to Apple Watch 3. So I'm going to set it for indoor. Make sure I get the lighting right. Set it for indoor ride. And that will be indoor ride, no GPS, nothing, and it'll see what the difference is between heart rate and all that stuff, and we'll compare, and then we'll know a little bit better of where we stand. Let's get this saw, and then we'll get on the bike. Actually, while we're waiting, I want to go over the equipment I like to use when I'm riding, whether I'm indoor or outdoor, just to clarify with the people who can't quite grasp the concept of riding with gear on while you're in the house. People think this gear is only meant for outdoor, but there's a purpose for every single piece that I wear. The only thing I don't wear is a helmet, because, you know, if you're riding this for the very first time in the house on rollers, you know what, a helmet might be a really good idea, because I have taken out the fridge before. You crash and it just causes chaos. But so let's start from the ground up. You need these shoes, because I have those kinds of pedals and you want to clip in. Number 2, cycling socks, because they are made for cycling and they let lots of air through, lots of ventilation. The shoes also have ventilation in them as well. Next up, the bib, or shorts as we call it. Now the reason you want to wear shorts is because there's padding in it. Super awesome gel padding for your ass, because you want to sit on this for an hour with just regular shorts on and underwear. Not good. Jersey. A lot of people say, you know, why do you only have one jersey? I actually have 4 jerseys. This is like the most comfortable one I've had. I've had it for over 12 years, I think. And again, it's specially made to absorb the sweat off your body, transfer it to the outside, and evaporate the sweat off you. If you just go sit on that bike for an hour with a t-shirt on, it'll be soaked and stuck to you and salty and ugh. Last but not least, gloves. Why do you wear gloves, Ken? While you're riding inside. Number 1, there's gel, there's padding in the palm. So when you're riding like this for an hour, it irritates your hands. So there's a little bit of padding on there. Number 2, right there, there's a bit of a cloth on the inside of here, so you can wipe off snot, wipe off sweat, whatever you need. So there's a purpose for every single thing that I choose to wear while riding inside. Last thing I usually have is a fan right here, blowing on me, because again, there's nothing worse than riding for a half an hour to an hour just like with no air going past you. It just feels so much better, and you can go so much longer when you have like this constant air going across you. Last but not least is a big ass stereo system. You just stick an old iPod on there with a big playlist on it, and boom. Okay guys, we're all set. Carol's my camera operator for the afternoon, or for just this part anyway. So I got the watch set. If I press this little guy at the top, then I can go to out cycling. So it's the little guy on the indoor cycling. So I'm going to press that. Once you press it, it just starts going, so you can pause it. But I've got this thing all set up. I have to go in the settings, make sure it's for a 51-year-old, for, I'm like about 230 pounds, which is 104 kilos, I think, or 103. So first time on rollers in a very long time. I think over a year. So I made sure my tires are super pumped, got my music ready to go, got a towel, got band-aids, a splint, all ready to go. Got my 9-1, almost 1 all dialed in. The only thing I didn't do is put that chair close to me. It's always best to ride between two things, and one of these stools is good. I've actually fallen by grabbing it here and then it swiveled, so don't use a swivel. Here we go. I think we're in first gear. It says I'm moving, so I gotta press go. I forgot to press go here. Ready, 3, 2, 1. So they're going to be a little inaccurate because I can't do them both at the same time. Look, no hands. I mean, no touching. No touchy. So I'm going to try very hard to maintain a minimum of 20 kilometers per hour and try to push it up to 24 for a half an hour to an hour. So Carol's going to get a shot of the back wheel on the roller to show you how it's working. So again, the back wheel is on there, turning both, basically holding up most of my weight. And then that rubber band goes to the front roller, which makes my front wheel turn, making me feel like I'm on a road. And I can actually steer off this by accident. So you have to, when you first start learning, it's always good to kind of focus on a spot on the wall until you get used to it. All right, Carol, thank you very much. And I'll let you guys know how far I went, how fast I went, how many calories I burned. Okay, I'm all done my ride. I only rode for, I think it was 30 minutes even. I'm really happy to report that my Garmin 510 and my watch agreed on how many calories I burned. So 400 calories in 30 minutes and 22 seconds. This, I guess I started this first and stopped it last. And there's obviously a 22 minute or 22 second discrepancy between them both, and actually it's like 17 seconds because this was at a different time. So my average speed was 16 kilometers per hour. As soon as I got into like third gear, my heart rate just went right up, and I just could not maintain third gear. I was trying to do 23 kilometers an hour. Couldn't do it. So it's been so long since I've been on the bike. My body's just not used to doing it. So over time, I think the best time I ever did was on this bike. I did 30 kilometers an hour for 1 hour. That's how much I advanced by cycling as much as I could and exercising well. So I did my 30 minutes, burned my 400 calories today. Tomorrow I'll do the same thing and hopefully just keep increasing it. Maybe I'll go for 40 minutes tomorrow. There's a bunch of times when you're out on the road, you're like cycle. And then when you do get a nice hill, you can kind of like just stand on your pedals and then just stretch your calves out. And that really helps. And plus you're getting out of the saddle as much as possible. Not as much as possible, but every 5 minutes, it's nice to kind of stand up and get your ass off this seat, because I find that it pinches the blood flow a little bit from your body to your leg, and your legs, I think, start to get worn out a little bit more. So standing up, you almost can feel this rush of fresh blood through your legs. It just feels like that. I'm not sure if that's really happening or not. It might be just all psychological in my head. So yeah, so I'm glad that if I'm missing this, then as long as I turn this thing on, it will record at least how many calories are burned and how long I rode for. I don't think it would tell me. It might tell me how. It does have outdoor settings, so I can't wait to try this. Compare this outdoor to this outdoor, And so we've compared it to the indoor stuff. It's pretty much dead accurate. So I don't necessarily have to use my watch when I'm riding. I need this because I'll probably continue using this, is what I'm saying, so that it will record my distance, my average speed, my cadence, my heart rate. Although this was recording my heart rate as well, and it was pretty accurate. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope this inspires you to get your butt on a bike, on an elliptical, do some exercising of some type. And again, I'm doing this to try and lose weight, keep fit, and also create hunger so that I can do some of these mukbangs and just have a little bit more food during my mukbang, because I get full really fast, and I know people want to see me eat more things, it seems. So let me know in the comments below if you agree or not. And yeah, I wish you guys luck. # support each other. Talk to you later. Bye.